camera của mình được chưa các bạn? Okay.
Hello. Hello everyone, welcome back to Viindoo webinars. What time is it in your time zone now? It's the 7 p.m. in Vietnam and it's quite hot today. So what about you? Can you give me your comment in the comment now? Okay, so waiting for your comment, I will be back to our topic today. It is about inventory optimization in retail omnichannels. This is a webinar series where we discuss about the real-world business challenge and share innovative solutions and explore the application of effective technologies. And we hope to meet all of you for an hour for every 2 weeks to exchange the valuable knowledge and to improve your business operation. And don't forget to subscribe our webinar series to stay updated about the latest information of upcoming topic. And you can simply scan the QR code on the screen or visit the link in the comment to register the notification. And thank you. I'm Jun Nguyen. I will be the host for today's session. And before we continue, we want to introduce our important part of our webinar, our speaker. She is Senya Ding, and as a certified COPC CX implementation leader, she has worked with many retail clients and has streamlined their operation and enhanced their overall customer experience. Then welcome, Senya.
Hello everybody. My name is Senya Điện and I am the customer consultant here in Viindoo. And welcome back to today's webinar. Hope you guys will have a great time with us.
Okay, so thank you, Senya. And on the screen, you can see the Senya's info, and you can also see my info in the screen. And coming back to our topic today's inventory optimization in retail omnichannels. It's become critical for success for today's retails where consumer demand for seamless experience across the multiple channels, and optimizing inventory is very important to them. And our webinar today is designed to explore the strategy, the technologies, and best practice for optimal inventory management in omnichannel environment. And our speaker, Senya Ding, will share in details. Can you share your screen and start your talk, Senya?
Yes, thank you, Jun. Hello everyone. Let's talk about warehouse management, shall we?
Yeah.
In most industries, inventory is the backbone and the very first aspect that you think about when you want to start your own business, right? You may have heard about Amazon or Walmart manage and build their own warehouses and to optimize the supply chain and to reduce their costs, right? So in general, there are two areas, right? We have the inventory control and we have the inventory management. Basically, inventory control will be focused on the daily operational tasks of managing the inventory, including the stock replenishments with tracking and audits and minimizing the cost. Also to optimize the inventory levels and ensuring that you would have the smooth operations in the whole warehouse in your business. On the other hand, we would have the inventory management, which will involve strategically planning, also coordinating all the inventory related activities for an efficient inventory strategies, right? From the demand forecasting to policy settings to aligning inventory with your own business goals. Okay. In short, why inventory management sets the directions, you have the inventory control implements the tactics to achieve efficient stock management. Okay, so all of these tactics are meant to answer the following 4 fundamental questions. The first one is, what items should be stocked in the warehouse, right? You may have many items, but which one should be stocked in your warehouse? Which one should be stored in your supplier warehouse and then you receive directly in the stores? The second question is where should an item should be stocked? Should it be on the second floor? Should it be stocked in the fridge, etc.? And the third question is how much should you order when you're placing an order of a new product, right? And the last question is when should an order be placed? Okay. So these are the four fundamental questions. Okay. So in warehouse management, you would have challenges with a very complex inventory management. Some typical challenges could be the inventory balance, could be keep track of that inventory, seasonality, return exchange, and inventory data. Let's talk about the inventory balance, right? Inventory balance, what it is balancing inventory levels to prevent the running out of stocks but without overstocking, right? It is very challenging task, especially for retail industry. Stock management directly impacts the customer satisfactions and the profitability of your own business. And having adequate stock ensures that your customers find the products they need. However, having excess of stocks, right, will also result in higher cost and warehouse space waste. Okay. On the other hand, when you have a lot of that inventory here we are referring to products that have not been sold for an extended period of time, and then they takes up valuable warehouse space, and they also ties up your capital, leading to your increased costs for the operational business, right? The return and exchange, on the other hand, handling these returns and exchange will add also the complexity to your inventory management. So processing return items and restocking inventory and managing reverse logistics will require additional resources and can impact the inventory accuracy, especially during the sale seasons, the holiday seasons, when you have higher traffic in your warehouse and in your shops in general. The fourth challenge I would like to point out is about the seasonality and the trends, which is adapting the inventory levels to the seasonal demand fluctuations and also changing consumer trends require a careful planning, especially for fashion industries. To be precise, fast fashions, these factors will have a huge impact to your business, and a failure to anticipate these changes can result in excess in inventory of stocks in your own warehouse, right? And the last challenge that we would also have is on the inventory data accuracy across sales channels. Nowadays, going omnichannels is the trend, right? However, ensuring real-time synchronizations of inventory levels and avoiding overselling requires a robust integration systems. Okay? And an optimal inventory management can directly help to reduce operational costs of your business significantly, from the purchase cost to storage costs and distribution costs, right? And if you are a manufacturer, then this will also definitely affect your own production costs as well. Okay, now let's go to the second part, which is how to optimize the warehouse operations for your retail success.
Okay, thank you, Senia. Before you continue to the second part of our webinar today, I want to talk a little bit with our audience. We have the third part of our webinar, the Q&A session, and we want to receive all of your questions in the comment. And you can simply add your comment whenever you want and give me the question, and we will answer all your questions in the Q&A session. Okay, so thank you, and thanks, Enya. Can you continue your talk?
Okay, thank you, Juliet. Yeah. So let's get back to our discussion today, right? It is how to optimize your warehouse operations. So to optimize everything, we would have key principles for good inventory, right? The first one is accurate forecasting. It is the very first principle. Using your historical sales data, market trends, and also seasonalities to forecast future demand accurately. And by knowing what exactly products are likely to be in high demand, and your own business can avoid overstocking or understockings of certain items. Okay. The second principle is applying a just-in-time reordering, right? So optimize the inventory levels by ordering goods and only when they are needed. This involves forecasting demand and set up also reorder point in accordance with your safety stocks policies, right? That you have for your own business, right? The third one is the efficient storage and handling, which will play a significant role in optimizing your inventory control efforts, right? So there are a couple of methods that you could apply. For example, you can apply the ABC analysis in your product classifications based on the value, the demand, the turnover rate, or expiration date. So, and you would have the designated appropriate locations to each of your product that can help to prioritizing which items require closer monitoring or closer reorder or need to be reordered. Okay. Another method that you can apply to have an efficient storage and handling is the implementing barcode scanning or the RFID technologies to track the stock movement in your warehouse accurately while reducing the errors and also improving the overall efficiency. Take less time to do some tasks, right? And the fourth principles that we have is a regular monitoring. Nothing beats a regular monitoring. Yeah, conduct regular audits to cross-check the actual inventory counts in your warehouse with the data that you already have in the inventory management system. Don't rely only on the software itself and trust only in the software. Sometimes, from time to time, you also need to do some regular auditings, right? And then this will also help your warehouse management teams to easily identify any discrepancies and quickly perform any adjustments if needed. And the last principle that we want to point out here is the having a performance indicators in place. So monitoring your own KPIs such as the inventory, turnover rate, sell-through rate, and carrying costs to assess the effectiveness of your inventory management and make necessary adjustment as well. Okay. And by the end of the day, the inventory management is not only a way to keep track of your products, but also a way to improve your bottom line, right? By managing your inventory effectively like that way, you can also definitely reduce the cost in various areas of your business and also increase your profitability and your own competitiveness with your competitors, okay? Okay, now let's get back to one of our customers, KT Trading. This is a case study that we have on one of our customers that we are working on with them to improve their own business. And a little bit of background of KT. They are a apparel and beauty retailers. Currently, they have 5 physical stores, and then they are opening more. And recently, they just launched a online shops. Okay. And coming to us, the KT managers teams had already did some tasks, some exercise from their side, and they had identified the main 3 issues: low customer retention rate, overflowing inventories. Their own employees in local store have difficulties in keeping track of the inventory themselves. And the third issue is disconnected customer information across sales channels. Okay, And with the topics of today's, we will be focusing on the second issues, which is the overflowing inventory. And we would, together with them, we would have strategies to improve the inventory management in overall. Let's have a look. So, here is the Viindoo solutions for KT trading. We are using a combinations of different modules, apps, applications to manage different areas of their business. We are focusing focusing on the supply chain, where we would have the inventory apps managing all connected with the purchase and connected as well with the sales application. Okay. So here are the 4 solutions that we want to focus with KT trading. The first one is improving or having an efficient storage and handling process. These are the 5 solutions that we are applying. We would have them have the product categorizations based on the ABC analysis. We also would apply the FIFO, which is the first in, first out method for the stock rotation method. Also, we would have the tracking incoming, outgoing product with barcode, not only the barcode, but also with the lot and serial numbers, and having designated storage locations for each of their product. Also, the last one would be set up a return policies for the point of sales. Okay. The second areas we would tackle down is the just-in-time replenishments. There are 2 points with which are set up restock point with the maximum and minimum replenishment rules. Also, we would have the auto-generated replenishments ordered based on the latest stock quantities. Okay. The third areas is for the regular monitoring. We would for their products, there are some categories in their product that would require a close monitoring on the expiration date on their on-hand inventory. And also we would have the rotate stock counting. Okay. And the last one is the centralized inventory data. So we want to build up a dashboard where the inventory management team and also the C-levels team members of KT Trading will have a real-time inventory data updated across warehouses, and also they would have their own inventory performance key metrics on hand anytime, anywhere. Okay. Now I would switch to the demo instance of today. Is the ktrading.viindoo.cloud. If you will, you can access to this demo instance to also try it out and try out the software itself. Okay. Okay. Now I am inside Viindoo. This is a replicate instance of the KT Trading teams. Of course, don't worry, you don't have to sign any NDA for today, because we are using some demo info, but we have replicate certain configurations and setup, so you can have a look around. So for the inventory, let's have a look at what we do. Okay. So at the first glance, when the KT teams access to the inventory apps, they would have a very clear view of what is happening in their own warehouse. They have 3 different warehouses, and from here they can track each operations, each transfers that they have currently in place, which one is being late, which one is being waiting, or what are those back orders. They can have a quick look on what are the receipts, internal transfer if they have, any delivery orders that they want to send out to their customers, or even the returns in point of sales warehouse. Okay, so let's have a look at the categories that they have built. Okay. Okay. So because they are a apparel and also beauty retailer, so we help them to build a couple of product categories based on different type of products, right? You would have jackets, you would also have shoes, sunglasses, but then you also have something like health and beauty products. Let's have a look at the beauty products. We have the health product. Let's have a look. We have the costing method. First is for them to make sure that everything is monitored closely with the expiration date. Okay. Let's go back to the main page. Also, for the warehouse, I forgot to mention that on the warehouse, not only we help them to build a set of warehouse, but we also build certain locations inside each warehouse. Because their warehouse may be big, so they also want to designate a certain areas for certain products to make sure that every single time they receive a product, they know exactly where to put them. So we help them to build like different sectors inside the warehouse, but also not only sectors, but also the shelf, different shelf on floor, first floor, second floor, and also the shelves. Okay. Okay. So that is for the configured and the management of the warehouse. Let's have a look at the products. Okay. Cool. So here is the list of the product. They have a lot of product, and by grouping by categories, we would help them to kind of simplify a little bit of the monitors of the products. And then we have different products like this. Let's have a look at one product, which is the vitamin C. Because this is, by nature, this type of products require more details in terms of a closer look in terms of expirations and lot and series numbers. So for these products, not only we have the pictures of the product itself, we also have the barcode of these products for a faster delivery controls or incoming outgoing products control. And we have this product as well, tracking by lots and serials. So if you look at here, we would have a list of all of the serial numbers that we receive for these products, right? And then we also have the best before date, removal date, expiration date, all of these informations stored inside one place. So not only for the inventory teams keep track of the current situations of each lots of product and to prioritize which one should be used first, but also to help this system as well to suggest what type of lots of products should be sold first when a sales order is placed in the system. Okay. Cool. And then for the same products, we also help them decide to build a reordering rules. Let's have a look. Okay, so for because they have 3 different locations to sell, three different warehouses to sell the same products, and each location they have different size, they have certain space. So for this type of product, they decide that the minimum quantities would be, for example, at KT stock warehouse, we have minimum 12 units, and the maximum they can store is 36. But depending on the size of each locations, they can set up different minimum and maximum quantities for each place. Okay. And with this in place, whenever there is a short stocks, or the system would automatically place an order to repurchase the same product and deliver it to the same locations immediately for the team. Cool. Now, once we have all of these informations related to locations and products in place, to keep track of everything, to keep track of the inventory numbers, we have the report set right here, where we can check out the stocks of each product. Okay, so like this, we would have the list of all of the locations for KT, where from here you have the list of the product. They can know exactly on hand how many products they are having, how many are free to use, available to use on and the total value of this product in the warehouse. Also very fast, if they see that there's something is short, they need to reorder anything, they can quickly put on a replenishment order from here, or having a further details information related to the forecast of this product. Let's have a look at the forecasting. For example, in this product, you would have a very quick overview of the current situations, how many you have on hand, how many you are expecting to be coming to the warehouse, and how many are outgoing, and if these products are being reserved for any other sales order at all. And by a quick click, you would have the overview of the current situations of certain products. Okay. Now, once we have the inventory and the products information in place, let's have a quick view. Okay. Let's say that we would place an order. Okay. And we would have our dear customer here purchasing this vitamin C for their kids, let's say, and then he wants to purchase 5 units. Okay. Let's say that he confirmed this sales order on today. Yeah, and from here, the inventory teams, they would receive this transfer with the details, information related to the source locations where it should be sent, to where the customer delivery address, and how many stocks they should send to the customer, right? And from here, you can see immediately right away that the system already suggests that this lot of product should be sold first because it is the closest to the expiration date. If you want to change it, you think that no, it should be the other one, then you can place another serial numbers here with the reserved numbers for this sales order. Okay, and you can set the quantities if everything is correct and validate this outgoing transfer. Second, yeah. So for the teams, they would have different stocks report to keep track of all of the products in place. For example, they can track the transfer and searching for all of the transfer recently happened. For example, from here you can search for the transfer number 30, right? So it should be XO 30 if I'm correct. Yeah. So by a quick search like this, it's very easy for the team to find out which one should be sent out. Okay, and then they can have further details. Click on this and then have details in terms of what should be sent. Okay, and on the other hand, for the sales team, let's have a look. The sales teams, they at the same time, they can also monitor the current schedules of all of the deliveries by having the delivery controls, where they can check into the delivery schedules, and from here they can see that current state, right? They know exactly which one is being late, which one is already early on the schedule, what are the status, current available, what if it is done or on time, and then from there they can keep track of the status and then contacting the inventory teams to have the most recent update of the delivery and then get back to their customer as soon as they can. Okay. Cool. Okay. So let's go back to the inventory. Now let's assume that the stock level of the vitamin product is way lower than the minimum rules that permit. Let's say that in these locations you have only 6 products, but the minimum required is 12. Or in these locations you have only 5, but the minimum required is 10. It's very easy if you click on the order once button or replenishment button. A repurchase order will be automatically created. So I already put a order for the schemes. Okay, let's go back to the purchase. Let's see what it looks like. See, okay, right from the top of the list, you already see that there's a purchase order created for the vendor pharmacy, and the order deadline is for tomorrow because I set up that the lead time for the purchase is at least 1 day, because I know that my providers would take at least 1 day to deliver for me the quantity of the products that I want. Okay, and then from here I already have like the numbers of the products that I should place, how many boxes should be purchased, and then the total numbers of the purchase. Okay, and if everything is okay, the purchase teams can go ahead, the procurement teams can go ahead and confirm this order without having any other issues, or even if they want to change the delivery locations, then they can also check and change that on the receipt transfer. Okay. Cool. Now the last one, let's have a look at the inventory data. By the end of the day or by the end of the month, inventory management teams always want to have a report on the current situations, right? So the quickest way is we have a dashboard built for the team. It's the same dashboard, and it's a very convenient way to keep track of your business. Not only on the inventory on hand, but also you can keep track of the sales levels and the finances, situations, or anything that you want to keep track of, right? So let's have a look at the logistic informations. Right, so we have these 4 main KPIs right here: number of purchase, how many orders we have purchased, average order, etc. And then you have a quick overview of the current situations, top orders, top vendors of yours, and you can select a period or select certain days in the past to see the different type of informations. Okay, and for the inventory on hand, let's have a look. This is, I know this one is the most useful kind of a report that inventory manager teams, a warehouse manager, want to have a quick look. Is from here you have the summarize of the top products that are being in your warehouse, certain locations, how many do you have on hand in each locations, and you have the serial numbers on hand right here, how many do you have, and you can also filter down by different locations in the in your system to tracking the current status of everything. Okay, cool. And the other one, you would also have like how many numbers of purchase that you have already done with the your vendors. What are the top vendors of yours, and so on and so forth. Okay. Cool. And lastly, if after the constant or the regular monitoring of the current stocks level, if we find any discrepancy in terms of the actual numbers in the warehouse with the system, then the teams will have the inventory adjustments list right on the top of the screen, and then they can quickly search for that products, for example, vitamin C, right? And from here, they can group everything by the location if they want to, or have a quick look at all of the locations like this, and edit and update the actual numbers of that product in the warehouse. For example, in this case, 10s, and in this case, I would have like 6, for example, and then apply these new numbers right away. Okay. So when you look at the total numbers of the products on hand, you would have this one. And also, if in the futures, if anything happens, right, and then there are certain numbers that it's very difficult to explain, then they can you can always go back to the histories and then checking each movements of the products to find out why do you have this number, right? Okay, so I think that's it for my side. Let's get back to you, June, to continue with the rest of the webinar.
Okay. Thank you, Senia, for the insightful solution and the software features showcase for our audience. And now it's time for our audience to share your question, and feel free to type your question in the comment, and we will do all the best to answer the question. And please note that due to the limited time of the webinar, so we will provide a brief explanation of the answer, and every long answer, or if you have any more questions, you can feel free to schedule a consultant session with our expert, or additionally you can other requirement not closely related to the webinar. You can send us an email to sale.viindoo.com, and for better support. So now I will check the question of our audience and see what we have today. Okay. Oh, I received many good evening of our audience. Okay, and I'm a slim, okay, a slim girl, right? She wants to see the report for the warehouse, and she also want to show the report for valuation. Okay, Senia, can you show the reports for the warehouse and the report for valuation?
Report. First of all, I would show you the report for the product's valuations. For by going to the reporting, you would have the valuations menu, and from here you would have the numbers of the name of the product, right? And then you have all of the quantities that you have of the product in place, the unit value, and then the total values of that products that you have on hand.
Oh,
right. And if you want to see the stock valuation on a certain date, then you can easily click on the valuations at date and then select the time and period that you want to see the numbers and apply to have that numbers in place. Okay, so for the second one is the report on the warehouse, right?
yes,
Okay.
the
So
warehouse.
for the warehouse, we have the very first overview, right? We have the warehouse analysis. And by clicking on this, you would have a very quick and short summarize in the graph view of that report, grouping by the number of done transfer, grouped by the week of the month, and then you would have the numbers of products that you have in certain place. And from on the top right corner of the screen, you would have different views of, that you can apply to this warehouse to change the way, or to change the view of your report, and to be able to apply even more filters right here from here to kind of dive deep into the numbers and apply certain measurements to your report as well. Not sure if this answers your questions, but if you have any doubts on these type of features, please do not hesitate to leave a message or contacting our teams to set up a private session, so we can show you even further on the inventory features. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Senia. Oh, okay, we will move to the second question from Martin. Okay, I have many stores, and the warehouse is far from store. It takes time to fulfill the stock for the store, and can the software can help in my case? Oh, okay.
That's a very interesting question. So I understand that you have a warehouse. I mentioned that you have warehouse in different provinces and different cities, right? And then they are very far from each other, and then you would have situations where you have one vendors, and then it would take a lot of time to receive that product in the specific locations, right? There are a couple of solutions that you can apply. For example, we have you can use the dropship features where you have your own vendors or your own providers drop the products directly to the customer locations for you, or you would have the how can I say when you do the sales orders on the sales orders, right? When you put an order, on the purchase order. So when you put an order to your providers, instead of having them ship directly to the main warehouse, you can telling them deliver the products to the local warehouse if you give them the address here. Okay. On the other hand, there are other things to apply for this case, such as configure or set up a lead time for the delivery. For example, you, as I mentioned earlier, you applied like instead of having everything shipped immediately, you you kind of forecast the delivery schedule of certain vendors, and then you say that let's estimate that they would take They would take 2 days at least to send or ship me my own products. So you would have that in place. Pre-configured, pre-set up in your system. So whenever you put on a purchase order, you already have the expected arrival date state directly on the purchase order, so you know, and then you can inform your teams beforehand when they should be receiving the products. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Senia. I will move. I found that Martin have a headache with the inventory controls, and I hope that the answer of Senia can help you. And if you have any more questions about the inventory, you can simply send an email to the sales account viindoo.com, and we will share with you our strategy or consult you how to optimize your inventory management. Okay, so we will move to the next questions. Okay, how can I know if my stock is about to expire?
Okay.
Okay.
So how can you know, right?
Yeah. Okay. The quantity, the position of the stock are about to expire. Yeah. She wants not only the notification about the stock, the quantity and the position of the stock.
So okay.
Yeah.
So let's go back to our previous examples. I assume that you are having a perishable products that will expire soon. So to control that, first of all, you have the products, right? On the products, on those type of products. First of all, you would have the policies of control the expiration dates, right? So on the inventory tabs, you can set up here. You set up your own policies, for example. You say that after receive this product, they should be expired after 90 days, for example. And then the best before date should be 85 days, and etc. etc. Okay, and then based on this type of informations, we have the system to calculate the expected removal date or best before date, depending on the day that you receive the product in the warehouse, for example. Let's have a look at the lot and serial numbers of this product as well. Okay, let's say, for example, the first lot, this one, 4375, and then this product we receive on March 18, and then automatically the system will calculate for me what are the best before dates, what are the removal date and expiration dates, right? Or for example, in this lot and series 76, right? Or the 77, for example, in 2 days. The alert date for me is 2 days, right? I will receive an alert on this certain lot and serial numbers, and then that I should telling me that I should use up these lots right away before it expires. Okay, so that is how we will purchase, how we will manage the expiration dates of the product.
Okay. Thank you, Senia. Oh, I will check the next question. Please wait for. let me check. Oh, I see that Martin, Heather, and Martin and Miss Lim, Heather is very okay with your answer. Okay. So please let me check the question for our. Oh, okay. I see the next question. I don't store the goods. My supplier delivery the goods to my customer. What can I do with your software? Oh, she don't store the goods, and her supplier deliver the goods from to her customer. She don't store goods. Oh, I mean that I think that she has drop shipping, right?
Yeah. For that case, if you don't store, if you don't have the warehouse, then definitely you can use the drop shipped options where your suppliers will when you place an order, then the suppliers will do the delivery for you, and they will ship directly the product from their own warehouse to your customer deliveries instead of having them dropped at your own local warehouse. Okay. Any other questions?
Okay. Okay, I think that our audience are typing the question. Maybe we will wait for a few minutes to have the next question. Okay. Okay, I have the next question from Martin. What would you prefer to have management effective? Manage multiple channel can be more complex and time consuming. I need some advice. Oh, I think that Martin want to have some advice for the multiple channels. I think that he sells in many channels.
Can you repeat the question so I can't?
Okay. What would you prefer to have managed more effective? Managing multiple channels can be more complex and time consuming. I need some advice. Okay, I think that he found that it's the difficult to manage many sales channel, and he needs some advice for this. Okay, I think that it's a quite complicated to talk here.
It's a very big question actually, because having multiple sales channels, depending on the type of sales channels that you are having, we would have different approach to them. And for example, if you are managing your online stores, then that would be having the website integrated with the e-commerce system to have whenever you your customer place an order, then you have the reflect number of the products immediately on your warehouse. Or if you have a point of sales, a different point of sale as our current KT Trading's one of our customers, then you would also have different point of sales managed in the same place. And whenever there is an order done on the point of sale, then you would have the numbers of the quantity of the product reflected directly in the warehouse as well. So depending on what type of sales channels that you are managing, you can having your own management way, but the key here is that having everything integrated in the one same platform is the best way that you can do to have your data of the inventory and then the sales and also the customer informations centralized all in one place. By the end of the day, try to keep everything all in one place as possible.
Okay. Thank you, Senior. Oh, I found the questions from Sin. She may need some documentation. Oh, we will send you the documentation in the comment, and maybe we will schedule a consultation to talk a little bit about which documentation you need, and maybe we will give you some consultants for your for your inventory management. Okay. So I think that we come up to the end of the webinar. So I think that we have the great time with our webinar. We discussed about the real business case, challenge in the retail inventory, and solution, and how Viindoo can help streamline your inventory. And it's important to note that the challenge we share today is not limited in the case of KT trading or only retail. I think it's relevant to the business across various industry, and we hope that we provide all of our audience with the insightful idea to transform your inventory operation. And I would like to say thank you our speaker, Ms. Senya Ding, for sharing her expertise with us today. And you can see on the screen we also have the ebook for the supply chain management or the point of sale for you to streamline your business operation, and you can simply check the link on the comment, and we will send you the documentation. And next, you can see that we will prepare for the schedule consultant with Viindoo expert, and you can simply scan the QR code on the screen, and we will schedule a consultation for the talk more about your business case, and we will share with you our experience for that. And this is we have the last thing to share with you about our next webinar. We will talk about boost sales profit with online store, and you can simply scan the QR code on the screen to register to join our next webinar. It's the webinar we talk about the online store and why we going online to sales, and how we can maximize the profit to improve your sale profit in online store. And we hope that we can meet all of you for the next webinar on 7 p.m. on April 18. Okay. So thank you for all of you to join with us today, and hope to meet all of you in our next webinar.